Hey, this is Hot Rod here, and for the Hotshot, and we're here, man, with the man. He is a legend. He is the best announcer. So he says, what he is, best announcer. Big Mike, Big Mike. I know this is probably one of the few times we've been able to be together. But I want to say welcome to the Hotshot.
Well, thank you.
And so, I know a little bit about you and everything, but tell me a little bit about yourself. I mean, how long you been announcing, and what's the thing about what makes Big Mike Big Mike?
Well, I've been doing this for about 9 years now.
Okay.
And me, I'm the best announcer there ever was.
Okay, we'll let that go.
And always will be.
I'll let that one go this time. Where are you primarily announcing? Where do you primarily work at?
Well, I am in Paris, Tennessee for Nonstop Wrestling Alliance.
Mm-hmm.
I am in ICW, which is Inhumane Championship Wrestling. They are in Corny, Arkansas, and Huntington, Tennessee.
Okay.
And I am doing shows for TIWF in Trenton.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Of course, you do know that there's still only one in TIWF, and that's Hot Rod. I know you may not know that, but just to make sure you know. But anyway, we won't. That's neither here nor there. So tell me, where if you got somewhere, if you could say that you really enjoy. It's like if they say, "I want you to go there," and you say, "Ooh, I'm excited about it." Do you have anywhere like that that you enjoy?
Say what now?
Is there anywhere that you enjoy, that you really enjoy announcing? I know you enjoy all of the companies, but do you have one that you just really love?
Not really. It depends on the fan base. Of course, I don't care nothing about the fans, but that being said, I think I'm having more funner in at TIWL.
Okay. No, I think these are kind of being daggers, but that's all right. We'll let that go. I know these kind of little notches because there's still only one king announced in TIWF. I hope you know that. He's the only Hall of Famer. Okay.
He's the only one, but I'm gonna outdo him.
We'll see about that. We'll see how that goes. So, and let's go into your announcing. You say you're doing Inhumane and you're doing some TIWF and you're doing the one in Paris. What do you like about the ones in Paris? What do you like about doing the shows in Paris?
Well, the one in Paris, I've actually pulled away from the announcing one in Paris. In Paris, I'm actually doing managing.
Okay.
I am managing. Right now, it's Luke Justice and Brad Bad.
Brad Bad, okay. I know both of the guys. I know Brad Bad very well. I remember when Brad Bad started, and known him for a good while. He's a good guy. Good guy. I mean, you're managing them. Okay. Well, how about Inhumane? What's good about Inhumane that you enjoy with Arkansas?
Inhumane, I love the group of guys that they have. I love the talent and stuff, but there's one guy in particular that I don't like, and that is Jimmy V.
Jimmy V.
V.
You don't like Jimmy V?
I do not. I've took that guy. He's quit talking. Anytime I step foot on that announcer's table, he quits talking.
Well, you know what? I'm going to have to get Jimmy V on here, and we're going to find out what's going on with that. We might have to get both of you all on here one of these days.
That'll work.
and then let you all kind of talk to each other, find out what's what. I can't believe Jimmy V gets quiet. Okay, I've known Jimmy V for a long time, and I've never known him to get quiet.
He does. Big Mike come in there, and I've shut him up.
Okay. And so where else? So those are pretty much the three that you've done. We mentioned the three that you've done.
Yeah.
You have any guys besides, I know Brad and Luke, are there any guys that you enjoy watching? You truly enjoy watching whether they're good guys, bad guys that you truly enjoy?
Well, the guy I mostly enjoy watching, I've actually got two, actually. I liked, he calls himself the Alpha Beast, Lex Bane.
Okay.
And I like Alex Cross.
Part of Steel Cross, one half of Steel Cross, right?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Yes. Alex is a good friend of mine. Alex, Steel Cross, they're both good friends of mine. So yeah, I enjoy them as well. Honestly, where do you see yourself? Where do you see yourself down the line? I mean, you're a young man. Where do you see yourself 5-6 years from now in wrestling? Where do you see yourself?
Well, really, I'm trying to make it on TV.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I want to get myself on TV. Now, maybe 5 or 6 years, I'm looking at trying to join Memphis Wrestling.
Okay.
With Dustin Starr.
Okay.
I'm looking to join down there.
Okay. All right, Dustin, you hear that now? You got a man here who's looking for you. He wants to be a part of it, and Dustin's going to be looking for different people now because I know he has a school and they're teaching all of that, teaching every last bit of it. So outside of that, you said you had some other things that were going on. So what are your other projects you said you had going on?
Well, I mentioned the managing.
Mm-hmm.
That is my other one that I've been trying to do. Okay. And right now, I've been doing it right now only in Paris.
Okay.
But I'm looking to get out of being an announcer and more focus on managing.
Okay. Well, everybody can't cut it to be announced all the time. So yeah, sometimes they want to move to something different. Right. I know I've done the managing thing as well, so I do understand, and I've done the commissioner thing. I've done, all of that. Okay, so are there any, since you're the greatest, and you've been around some announcers, let's cut it down to honestly. Do you have any announcers that you enjoy being around, that you enjoy working with?
Honestly, it's really you.
Okay.
I enjoy being around you. You really click off. We click.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I appreciate that. I do enjoy being around you. You're knowledgeable. You know what you're talking about, and I can appreciate that. I've been around pretty much all the guys in the area. I've announced with all of them, and some that are on TV that I don't think are that good. And then some who probably have not seen TV, never see TV, are a whole lot better in calling the matches. Then they say we talk about Jimmy V, who likes to talk about tractors and everything else.
Now I will say, Jimmy V, he taught me the moves and stuff, but the guy that really brought me out of my comfort zone is Big Dave.
Okay, Big Dave. Bless his heart. I know. I think about Big Dave too.
Yes,
he's truly missed. So, besides the guys that you manage, and Lex Bang. Who else do you see as kind of, and Alex Cross, of course, Steel Cross. Steel Cross is probably the hottest tag team around. I think they've got titles in every organization. They just won the PPW title last week in Dyer or Gibson, whatever. They had the PKAW title in Brownsville. Excuse me, they're battling for the APW title. I think they held that for a period of time. I think they've held every tag team been around here at least once.
They have.
I mean, they are the tag team of, I think, when you talk about great tag teams in this area, tag teams who have won, they're back in the day of the LA Hustlers when they really were the LA Hustlers, when Naughty by Nature were popular, when they were booming. And I remember when the East Coast Bad Boys, when they were a lot younger, and they were great. And I was talking to someone about some other tag teams that we had. Oh yeah, we had Devon Day and Kilo, the Hero Killers, and they were the AIWF World Tag Team Champions, and they wrestled not just around here, but they went to Kentucky, East Kentucky, Virginia. They wrestled all up there and kept the titles for a while. So, who besides Lex Bang, who do you see as the top singles guy besides Lex Bang?
The top singles guy. Ooh, I'm gonna have to go with T-Pain.
Okay. T-Pain, he's one of mine. I mean, we brought him up. T-Pain's one of mine. T-Pain, I saw him grow from Sergeant Payne to T-Pain to a very good wrestler, And now he's got his company, PPW, and they're doing well. And I'm proud of that. And when you talk about T-Pain, you can't help but talk about $1 Million Baby.
Right.
$1 Million Baby has won titles all over the place. She is dynamic, and I see people like that, and it makes it, when you're around those people, it makes you feel good that you had something to do with them. If you call them match, if you were just around them, it makes you feel good. It makes you feel good when I see young guys like you, and I see the older guys like Jimmy V and people I dealt with, Drew Magruder and some of the others who have paved the way for us.
Yes,
it makes you feel good. They're good. It makes me really feel good about it. So you're telling me that you're going to be at a show on April 12th, right?
Yes, sir.
Tell me about it.
Nonstop Wrestling Alliance in Paris, Tennessee. Like I said, down there nonstop, I'm managing Brad Bad and Luke Justice. Mm-hmm. We're going into a Four Corners tag match for the NSWA tag team titles.
Okay. All right. That looks like that's going to be something. That who's the other guy? Do you know who the other competitors are?
Well, you got Jack Diamond and Prestigious P.
Okay.
You have Lex Bang and Bam Bam Baker.
Okay.
And you also have Alistair Payne and Eric Kilpatrick.
Okay. All right. So it should be a good hard-hitting match.
Yes.
You got some bruises in there as well as some flyers. So it should be really a good match with that. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about, like I said, I know you hadn't been various, but what do you see in TI? You've been TIWF lately. What have you seen that's really good in TIWF?
Well, what's really good right now, they have, as of right now, they have JT Williams as the heavyweight champion.
Mm-hmm.
I have watched JT, he he used to be one half the member of EOG.
Right.
I have watched him grow up from a trainer, a trainee to where he's now a champion. And I tell you, he's got some potential in him.
And now he's got some issues with his former partner, right? If I'm not mistaken.
He does.
He has some issues with his former partner. And also with the IWF, where it was the C1 WF, but Zay and his crew got defeated by Ravishing Randy's team, and Zay is gone.
He is.
He's gone from TIWF. Yeah, and that I was there. That was at March Madness, and I was there, and it really worked out well. Ravishing Randy is back running it again. Let's see. We talked about Inhumane. Okay, yeah, Inhumane. Besides, what type of promotion is Humane? Because I think a lot of people don't know a whole lot about it. It sounds like it's kind of more of a ECW type or more of a hardcore type than just your regular wrestling.
It is.
It or not?
It brings out all the hard hitting questions and stuff, I might add. The owner is Crusher Koloff.
Okay.
And right now, the hottest thing right now going around, Crusher and his team, I know it's coming up, this Saturday night in Corny, Arkansas. It's Crusher and his team versus the Dark Age.
Okay.
The Dark Age is Bam Bam Baker, Chris Jones, Jeremy Travis, and Trash Can Graham.
Jeremy Travis. That's a name. That's a blast from the past.
Yes.
So basically, it's kind of a talent share with the other organization. I mean, they're kind of trading talent there.
Yes, they are.
Okay. I think that is what's going on now. There's a lot of companies that are trading talent with each other, and I think it makes it good for both companies. You got talent that could be in Paris, talent could be over in Arkansas, and so I think that's what do you think about that trading talent?
I actually like it. It gives the people more opportunity to see them, to see different guys. It gets boring of seeing the same guys, the same old matches. That gets boring after a while. It's good to see new people come in. Okay.
Yeah, I know at one time they did a lot of just rotating, but now it's not really rotating anymore. They're there and they're somewhere else.
Right.
So, but now neither one of those companies run a weekly schedule, right?
Right. They are. They run once a month.
Okay.
They run once a month in Arkansas, and then they'll run once a month in Huntington, Tennessee.
Yeah, at the Civic Center.
Yes.
with the balcony and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ask Brad about the Huntington Civic Center when SCWA ran and him and Bad News Bennett were wrestling up there. And we had one of Barzini brothers, and they were wrestling Jerry Travis, and he jumped from the balcony down on one of the guys through a table.
I've actually seen West Side. I've actually seen him jump from there.
He wasn't the first, so that's the thing. And we had a night, and I'll tell this story. We had a night there. The ring didn't make it. Now, mind you, there were 500 people in there at the time. This was a time when you had East Coast. It was really full of tag teams. So to how do I say, change the reality, we asked if they want to have. Did they want to have wrestling? The ring didn't show up. The big circle there in the middle of the floor. There's a big circle. It used to be like it looked like it was almost a basketball ring, but it's a big circle in the middle of the floor. The guys wrestled there. They wrestled there. The fans ate it up. It was remarkable. There's something about that building, Huntington Civic Center. If you run good shows, the crowds are really great in there.
Yes.
So we hope that, I'm hoping that all these shows that are going on, the one in Paris, that's a sellout. Whatever's going on in Huntington, sellout. Whatever's going on anywhere that independent wrestling is. So now what I want you to do, I'm gonna give you a couple minutes here. Mike, you're gonna talk about yourself. You're gonna talk about what you're doing. You're gonna talk about what you want to do. Okay? You got about 5-6 minutes. I'm gonna let you I'm gonna see how good you are. Talk about who you are. Talk about the shows that you're doing. Talk about all of that. And now
Don't know what happened here. Don't know what happened. It disappeared. But anyway, like he was saying, Big Mike, I'm one of the best out there. I'm not, take that back. I'm not one of the best. I'm the best. I'm the best out there. And, I've been doing this for 9 years. I have started out, matter of fact, I started out right here in my hometown of McKenzie. I started out, just sitting in the audience, and then one day Brimstone, he said, and at the time I had my knee injury, and he told me, he said, once you get out of that wheelchair, I'm going to put you up on the stage and you're going to announce. Well, I tell you what, 2 weeks after that, I got up, I was walking, and I got to the table. And I've been doing it ever since. Like I said, Jimmy B, he taught me the moves. He taught me very well. Big Dave actually brought me out of my comfort zone and actually took me under his wing, and he basically got me talking, and I've been talking ever since. When I talk, I don't stop, and he helped me. He really did. Rest in peace, Big Dave. And but yeah, Big Mike is the best. No guarantee. I'm the best announcer in the world. I don't want y'all to forget the name Big Mike, because I'm always gonna be around.
I hear you, Big Mike. He's gonna always be around. So again, I want you to pump up this April 12th. What's going on April 12th? Pump it again. What's going on then?
Excuse me. April the 12th, Nonstop Wrestling Alliance in Paris, Tennessee. I'm going to be in Brad Bad and Luke Justice's corner, and I'm going to bring them to the top. Like I said, I'm the greatest manager there is in Nonstop Wrestling Alliance. And April the 12th is the Four Corners tag match with Lex Bane, Bam Bam Baker, the Painkillers, of course us, and Jack Diamond and Prestigious P. And we're hoping, and which we are, going to bring them titles home to where they belong. But also that night in the main event is Jeremiah Pluckett versus Crazy Steve from TNA Wrestling. I think it's going to be a good, hard-hitting show. It's at the Henry County Fairgrounds, Paris, Tennessee. Doors open at 6, bell time's at 7. And it's $7 to get in the door. I think nonstop is. I think it's good.
Okay, nonstop. That's okay. And then also, and while we're here, and since you won't be doing this Saturday, but every Saturday night, 405 West First Street, Trenton, Tennessee. Don't forget TIWF Wrestling every Saturday night. Bell time is 7:30. Great wrestling action all the time there.
And if I ain't mistaken, they've been doing this for 17 years.
Yes, we've been in Trenton 17 years. TIWF is the longest running by name promotion in besides we're the second longest in the state, but we're the longest running continuously. TIWF, they've been running for over 25 years, almost 30 years. With the same name, no changes or anything like that. I think the only other promotion that's been as long as that is Bo James over in East Tennessee. So they have been around. It hasn't been like where it was TIWF, then went somewhere else. There was something. No, it stayed the name TIWF. A lot of companies have left and changed names. Even Memphis did it. I mean, when they changed ownership from when they were in the NWA. And then they became CWA, and then USWA. And all those things still have not been what TIWF has. So, and I'm a fan. I mean, I can't help. I'm a fan. I was there and seen the growth of TIWF from when they were in Brownsville until when they went to Jackson for a couple of years, and up to Trenton. Of course, March Madness. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna toot my own toot. It was my creation. When we decided to get to the first thing, it was like, okay, what are we going to name this first show? We know March is always March Madness. People are going to watch basketball. Let's call it March Madness. It's been that way. So I'm there for that. And I'll probably be back for the cage resolution or cage chaos, whichever one it is. Next one, I'll be there for that. And then also try to get back for November Pain. I didn't get a chance to make it this last year. So I'm going to try to make it up there as well. And hopefully you can make one of those, and maybe the two best announcers in this area. You said the best announcer in New South, best announcer in the area, bar none, right here.
Yes.
We're gonna and we can have a great time with it. I just want to have a great time with it. I enjoy announcing with you. I have a blast announcing most of the guys around here, and because I try to work with them. It's not like at the end of the day, and I know we do the stuff. I'm the best, blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, what makes us good is we make the guys look good. We make our wrestlers look good. It's not easy. The wrestling is about us, but it's not at the end of the day. As long as we make our talent look good, then they're happy with it.
I'm just going to throw this out there too. We don't do it for the money either. Oh. We do it for the fans.
Definitely don't do it for the money. I mean, honestly,
no.
If we we definitely don't do it for the money. And so let me ask. Oh, that's what I'm asking. What the largest crowd you ever announced for? Roughly, how many do you think it was?
The largest crowd was at Big Dave's benefit show, and it was over 300 people there.
Okay.
Packed in one building.
Okay. I let that. That was a good one. That's a good one. I got to do Tupelo years ago, and it was large. And then I did I don't know what you remember. Do you remember Chico's first wife, Mamacita?
Yes.
When we did the Mamacita Memorial, and we put 505 people in that building in Trenton. People all over the place, up and down even, So I do this, man. Doing it in front of a good crowd with 300 or 400, man. You just don't know how the juices get to flowing.
If I ain't mistaken, I think they raised that door back there, and people started standing outside in the parking lot.
Yep. Mm-hmm. It was just wow. I mean, we were counting, and it was just great for that. So okay, now you do it. All right, that's what. Last question: any major star that you call their matches? Who have you called? Just make our name folks. You go to your WWEs or your TNAs or AEW. Whose matches have you called?
Well, I'm gonna have to say Blake Christian.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm gonna have to say him.
Okay. Then right. Hey, I've called Blake Christian's matches too. I called Ricochet's matches. I called Ricochet before. Well, he was Ricochet, but he wrestled up in CPW, and before he became the muscle build or whatever. He was a little chunky guy, but he could still do the moves that he does now. So I was blessed I was able to do Ricochet and some other guys I've been able to do. So, but yeah, Blake is. I'm looking for some good things out of him. Better than what he got, better than what he has now. I know he was GCW heavyweight champion, but I'm looking at some more gold and different things for him as time goes on.
I'm thinking, he's doing a good job in AEW right now.
Mm-hmm.
I think he should shoot for getting a world title shot in AEW.
Yeah, I think AEW, or I wouldn't mind him being Ring of Honor world champion.
Right.
And I mean, why I say that, that's a legacy. I mean, yes, he'd be AEW champion, got 4 or 5 people, but you look at all the people who had the Ring of Honor belt. Bryan Danielson, Samoa Joe. I mean, you got a whole list, and they have your name in that. Even though it's a little bit different, but the legacy lives on.
Yes,
I would love to see Blake Christian do some stuff. Man, will you come back on with us again if I ever get somebody going? I want you to come back again because I want you and Jimmy B and maybe a couple other guys now. So we just talk wrestling. You just BS some wrestling.
Oh yeah, okay? I love to come back on here.
Man, I love you happy. I really would. I honestly do. And I know, we do have our how we feel, but I think there's a brotherhood in our announcers.
Yeah.
And there's something that we have that even the wrestlers don't have. Because see, we can say stuff, but for us, we know how we are. We know how we are. Right. We know who brought us to the table. Okay. Yes. And because of the people who brought us to the table, we're able to get some of the younger guys. Do you know any other younger guys who are wanting to announce now? Do you know any?
I don't.
Okay. And well, I'm gonna say this: any young guys, if you want to announce, if you want to learn to announce, see Big Mike, see Big Mike, and ask him about it. I think he'll be enough to be able to help you because I think to make the wrestling business better, we're gonna need some young guys to be able to do because we're not gonna be able to do it all the time.
Yes,
Mike, you're not able to do it all the time. You need to have somebody that's going to be able to be there when you're doing managing or when you get to AEW or you get to WWE. Because that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for somebody like you where I can say, I knew him when, and you're in the WWE or you're in AEW or you're somewhere making money.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have to worry about the other job you got. Okay, I can do this because I can make a little bit of money. Even if I'm doing 3 or 4 days a week and everything. So, Big Mike, thank you very much, man. I do appreciate you. I'm glad you were there. Oh, wait a minute. You what I want.
Well, Hot Rod, I appreciate you having me on here and talking. Like I said, I love to come back on here anytime. Anytime. But
think about independent wrestling? Last thing, what do you think about independent wrestling?
Independent wrestling, man, I love it. I think that's what we need, guys. Making it to the top. You take Aaron Roberts. You take him. He's WWE's ID. He's an ID prospect. You know, he started. I want to say, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he started off in TIWL.
He did. He did. He did.
And you know, look at him now. He's made it up there to the top,
Mm-hmm.
and that's on everybody's goal is to make it up there.
Yeah, everybody wants to be somewhere where they're making where people are looking at them, where people have eyes on them. And the thing we got to realize, and I tell people, and people until this came out, and I predicted this beforehand, I've been telling people for years ago, the larger organizations are looking at everything that we put up on video, everything we put out there. AEW, WWE, TNA, New Japan, let's just call those the top 4 companies. See the product that we put out.
Yes.
And that's why you have people like Aaron Rodgers. That's why you have Blake Christians. That's why you have all these guys who, even Ricochet when he started, Chuck Taylor, guys who were right up the road in Paducah, they see these guys and they see the potential in them. So that's why I tell guys, and even when I'm back in the back, I tell them, guys, give it your best. Somebody's looking at you all the time. They're looking at you because don't think that just because you're in somewhere that may draw 50 people, that somebody ain't looking. Okay? Because they know the number one in independent wrestling, it takes a group of folks. One person's not going to draw a crowd that much.
No.
It takes a group. It takes a group. Unless they have a name, unless it's Lawler Dundee or somebody like that, back in the day. But now it takes the whole body to do. So you got to do the best you can. I would love to see, and I'm going to say this and we're going to be the ending. I would love to see Steel Crosby the next IDs.
Oh, yes, indeed. Yes.
I would love to see him. The problem is I think that they're small. I think that's going to be their only drawback is that they're small. And I know wrestling's getting the small guys, but WWE still has their heart set on, that's the old Vince deal, having large guys run stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You got small guys in there, but they're never going to be as prominent as your big bruisers. I think that's why Aaron Rodgers was one of them who's, probably, and even though he's ID, he's probably going to be one of the final 4 in the tournament. I feel like he's going to be one of the ones in turn because he's a big guy. He can move. He can do some stuff. And it's somebody they can use for a few years. And I think it'd be good for him because the time goes on and he'll do some other things. I don't think he's going to stay. I don't think it's going to be a permanent thing for him. But it's going to be a lucrative thing for him. It's going to make him some money.
Right.
Make him some money for some years. Because, as I say, Aaron's good, but Aaron's a big guy. And he's really big, and he's going to change a little of that to last. Your guys like Bam Bam Bigelow, Bundy, and all them. Aaron is kind of in that vein.
But there's not a lot of guys that is big that you see coming off of that top rope.
True.
Aaron Roberts, he's one of them.
Right. But I'm saying he's in the vein of Bundy and Bigelow. He was an anomaly. Bundy and Bigelow were 2 guys who could do stuff like that. Bundy could come off the ropes. Bigelow could do it. And I don't know anybody else, actually. And I say from then on, and I feel like I'm a pretty good historian, anyway that could do what Aaron Rodgers can do.
Yeah.
But it's still, like I said, and not getting the whole thing. It's something that's going to last him for a minute. And I hate to say until the next big thing comes along, wrestling goes in waves.
It does.
And right now, guys are starting to get. If you watch now, what's going on? Guys are getting bigger. A few years ago, it was a little bit smaller when you had AJ Styles. And everybody was kind of running different things, Finn Balor. But now, if you notice, the guys are getting bigger, size wise. And I think that's going to be a thing that's going on now. Cody's up to 2. He's 230, 240 now. He's not the little Cody anymore.
Right.
And he's wrestling John Cena. So those guys are going to be prominent for a few years, and then He goes down to small ones again. It's just the main of how wrestling is. So, but anyway, I take up for your time. I appreciate you taking the time to do it. I know you have a lot. You have a busy schedule. You got to get with your guys. Plan on get some planning for April the 12th. Plan some strategies and some, dirty tricks so y'all can, do what you need to do.
Yes.
So, but I wish you luck, man. And we're going to talk about some other things down the line. We're going to talk about some historical people. Like, so we're going to talk about Big Dave. We're going to talk about Devon Day. We're going to talk about all these guys. Okay.
All righty.
All right, then, man, I'm going to tell you, thank you very much, Big Mike. And this is Hot Rod saying, go see an independent show. I don't care where it is. I don't care if it's in Paris, Huntington, Trenton, Brownsville, Arkansas, Mississippi, American Hostel in Missouri. Go see independent wrestling wherever it is. If it's in Union City, if it's in Obion, Dyersburg, Ripley. I think I pretty much got all the towns now. Brownsville, Dyer, Henderson, wherever it is, Selmer. If it's where you just go see independent wrestling. Take a time this Saturday night, Friday night. If you see a show, go see it. This is Hot Rod saying goodbye, everybody.